SCP-2428, aka Mr. Mad. Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. Outside of testing, SCP-2428 is to remain in a secure locker within Hall Redacted of Site Redacted. At the conclusion of any testing, the affected subject is to ingest SCP-2428-2. Description: SCP-2428 is a document created by the group of interest with Dr. Wondertainment, serving as a proof of purchase for Mr. Mad, product of the Little Mister series. Directly viewing SCP-2428 when no other person is under its effects will cause a viewer to perceive a hallucination of a male humanoid, designated as SCP-2428-1. Wow, you've found yourself your very own Little Mister, a limited edition collection from Dr. Wondertainment. Find them all and become Mr. Collector. Number 1, Mr. Chameleon. Number 2, Mr. Headless. Number 3, Mr. Laugh. Number 4, Mr. Forgetful. Number 5, Mr. Shapey. Number 6, Mr. Soap. Number 7, Mr. Hungry. Number 8, Mr. Brass. Number 9, Mr. Hot. Number 10, Miss Sweetie. Number 11, Mr. Life and Mr. Death. Number 12, Mr. Fish. Number 13, Mr. Moon. Number 14, Mr. Red. Discontinued. Number 15, Mr. Money. Number 16, Mr. Loss. Number 17, Mr. Lie. Number 18, Mr. Mad. Number 19, Mr. Scary. And number 20, Mr. Stripes. SCP-2428-1 appears to be a male humanoid of Slavic descent, measured at 167 centimeters and estimated at 55 kilograms. SCP-2428-1 wears a multicolored straitjacket, the sleeves of which have been torn off at the elbow, and gray slacks. The words Mr. Mad from Little Misters by Dr. Wondertainment are tattooed upon SCP-2428-1's left forearm. SCP-2428-1 is sapient. It retains information across affected subjects, though it has no perception of time between manifestations. It is also capable of receiving and interacting with other hallucinations the subject experiences, regardless of whether they are anomalous. Interviews have confirmed that it can be perceived by the anomalies associated with the Little Mister series, should its host be within their vicinity. Amnestics have proven ineffective at removing the anomalous effects of SCP-2428. However, SCP-2428-1 is able to give the subject a hallucinatory pill of varying appearance, designated SCP-2428-2, which terminates all SCP-2428 effects approximately 5 minutes after ingestion. Addendum: Testing Logs. Purpose: Initial interaction by D49851 after the discovery of a box marked with Wondertainment branding within the entrance of Site Redacted, which was found to contain SCP-2428. Upon D49851 opening it. Subject: D49851. Results: SCP-2428-1 is reported as amenable and eager to First, it claims to have spent to have spent approximately 3 years without human interaction based on the date. At the conclusion of the test, SCP-2428-1 is reported to have produced SCP-2428-2 from the left pocket of its slacks and offered it to D49851. D49851, when ingested it returns SCP-2428 to its box. SCP-2428 was subsequently cataloged and cleared for further testing. Purpose: detailed interview. Subject: Dr. Andreas Sagerstorm. Results: display interviewed snippet. I just sort of was one day. Some of the others said they felt weird, like their brains weren't quite hooked in right. Sometimes doctor would have a look at them. Often his work room or whatever, and they come back a little different, talk different, look different. Sweetie changed more than that. I remember, but I think the old me, provided there even is an old me, was still pretty much there, here, whatever. So you think you had a life prior to becoming, Wonder Tamer product? I think so. Hell, if I know what it was though, I just seem to have a more, guess you can call a stable mental state, which is funny if you think about it. The others all had their little quirks to go with their theme, but I was just the imaginary guy. I mean, sure, I looked the part, but I didn't feel particularly mad. I guess as those who are don't though. Do you think there may have been a reason for that? I saw some stuff when I was around forgetful. The others seem to have some kind of reason for being. They had a purpose. I get feeling when the team had made me like this is just to see if he could. It doesn't help I was never really around much. I think I was awake for all of an hour a couple of years ago. And how do you feel? Following that logic? Shitty, I guess. Like I was made and discarded. Then I wondered if I'm being paranoid. But I can't shake this sense of dependency. Like my very existence is tightly dependent on your mind being abnormal and perceiving me. But what if I don't entirely transfer over? What if I'm just a sort of reflection of the owner in a way? Hey, built from the mind. So now I question how real I even am, as unreal as I obviously am. We've done blind tests on that man. We know your memories carry over regardless of what the owner knows. But that doesn't prove I'm being altered by the owner. Sure, I might have the same memories, but am I still the same person? Those that read the transcript will note any inconsistencies. But that would require extensive testing across subjects or owners rather. So do you think you're not sapient? If I were have other hallucinations, would you be subject to them or simply wear them? I mean, I wouldn't know the difference for either question. Your hallucinations are are no more or less real than this table to me. Which would you be hallucinating? And to check whether you are. Or we could have another person try to interact with it, but then maybe they're also a hallucination. Which, from my perspective, still doesn't make any immediate difference. You're the only correct, concretely real thing, regardless of how reliable you are cognitively. I'm only here because of you. So now, I don't know. I guess there's no real way to know without testing it. Would you like to test it? I guess so. I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into it before. What I am, or what I want. But I guess I can't help what I am. And I think I want to try to leave a mark somehow. Might as well try to help those I know are real, if I can remember what to do next time. Notes: further testing involving subjects suffering from hallucinations and cross-tests with hallucinogen and anomalous objects currently under consideration. Purpose: possible interaction with non-anomalous human hallucinations. Subject D96485, who experiences auditory hallucinations. Written results. Written statement from D96485. Whenever I'd be near or running AC, I hear someone whispering vague threats to me. So I was put in this room with a vent and given this gift. I talked to Mr. Matt a little. He asked me about the voice, so I explained it to him, and he stared at the vent for a bit. Eventually, he told me to ask for a ladder and screwdriver, so I did, and redacted. It brought them in. I tried handing Matt the screwdriver, but he wouldn't take it. He climbed up the ladder and squinted into the vent, but that was it. He came back down and told me not to be scared. So I went up and screwed the vent while it hissed threats at me. And when the cover popped off, I saw this thing and I freaked out. Almost fell down the ladder and got down as fast as I could. Matt pats me on the shoulder and goes up. Looks kind of surprised, but yanks out this little monster. Little bent gun when keeps going on. And Matt just slowly climbs down the ladder with one hand and walks over to the corner of the room. I don't know what he said, but it sure shut the goblin up for a minute. Matt talked some more, and the goblin nodded. Matt said something else that looked threatening, and then he carried the thing back up to the vent and told me to screw the cover back on. Now then the thing keeps telling me what a good job I've been doing. Try to look on the bright side. Wonder how long that will keep up. Notes: the alteration to D96485's hallucination has remained 3 weeks after testing, though she has not seen the creature outside of SCP-2428. Testing, her morale has improved significantly, and she has made several requests for other D-class suffering from similar hallucinations to be transferred to SCP-2428 testing. Purpose. Determine what occurs when affected subject dies. Subject D24282 DE24283. Results. D24282 is given an SCP-2428 while D24283 is supplied with a firearm. D24282 moves in a right way when D24283 raises the weapon, causing him to miss the first shot. D24282 appears to struggle against SCP-2428-1 for several seconds. Before D4283 is able to terminate her. D24283 then views SCP-2428 and after a brief pause raises his arms in a defense position and claims SCP-2428 is assaulting him. After a struggle, D24283 appears to grab something and place it in his mouth. No further aggression occurs in the 5 minutes before the effects on the anomaly ends. SCP-24 notes SCP-2428-1 acted uncommunicative in several following tests, attempting to force SCP-2428-2 into the affected subject's mouth in 2 instances. Purpose. Interaction with anomalous hallucinations. Subject D24286 SCP-1212. Results. For the sake of clarity, during cross-testing, an edited log has been included below. D24286 views SCP-2428 and explains to SCP-2428-1 the basic nature of SCP-1212. Though D24286 is unaware of its lethal nature. He then sits upon SCP-1212, which changes into a metal bar stool with a dull-grained cushion. Wow, this place is a real shithole. You oversold this place pretty hard, Doc. I don't think somebody's taking an offense to that. Yeah, alright, buddy. Let's have a go. SCP-1212 interaction continues as expected for approximately 4 minutes. Oh, hey, Mr. Matt. Forgot about you for a minute there. Sorry about that. Grab a drink. Have some fun. Pauses. Nah, I'm fine. I'm having fun. Don't worry about it. SCP-1212 effects continued for approximately 2 minutes. Oh man, I don't know how much I can take. I'm barely able to get this. God, look at you. Like it's nothing. I might have to. The hell? SCP-1212 effects force D24286 to motion. Should take another drink. He chokes slightly, but otherwise finishes without issue. Frick. Okay, I can't stop. Doc, is this supposed to happen? Wait. Heck, she can't hear me. Or I can't hear her. Whatever. Nah, I can get up. I can't get up. The right arm of D24286 jerks sideways, likely being pulled by SCP-2428-1 in an attempt to get him out of SCP-1212. After 40 seconds, D24286 stops mid-movement to drink. This isn't working. Maybe it'll end, or the doctors can knock me out or something. 2 minutes pass. D24286 drinks twice. Ugh, gonna be sick. Brad, if you're gonna knock me out, would that work? I mean, it can't hurt to. Ow! Okay, it hurt to try. Now don't try again. Wait, where are you? Oh shoot. D24286 motions of grabbing the table or counter in front of himself, leans back. He then shields his eyes and expresses his surprise at SCP-2428-1. After 7 seconds, he reacts as if being struck in the arm, and is moved as if being dragged from SCP-1212. Get off me, you arsehole! D24228 pushes away and swings his fist, apparently connecting with his hallucination. Assailant. He motions as if grabbing something nearby and swings his arm, likely using a bottle of alcohol as a weapon. This seems to work, as he then turns as if facing another attacker. D24286 continues to mime a fight for approximately 40 seconds before SCP-1212 reverts to its default form. Whoa! Oh, it ended? Holy shoot. Ha! Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Doc. Quick, fuck you. Quick, fuck you. All that, huh? D24286 motions as of taking SCP-2428-2. And Mad wants to know if you have any more tests for him.